Hey there everyone, this is Jeff Perkins with JD Cutlery doing a quick review on a number of WE knives that we've done up. As you can see, we've got a bunch of 708s. There's 4 of them here. I do have one more that I'll be working on. It's another one with a black blade. I love these karambits. These things are just fantastic. The quality on these for the price point is just, it's not beatable. I mean, you're getting full titanium handles, titanium hardware, titanium pocket clip, and a really cool, nice design on that blade. I mean, you just can't go wrong with these things. They're a little slimmer than a number of the other ones out there. The Browse Blades Elite Enforcer, I had one of those. This one definitely slimmer than that. Definitely slimmer than the Emerson karambit. Very cool knife. Really happy with the quality on these. So I will continue to do these because they sell quickly, because they look so nice. We do go ahead and buff these up. They come in a gray sandblast stone wash, so we buff them up, and we do leave some shadowing effect, as you can see. Because these are all milled handles, they've got some texturing, so you can't buff it totally perfectly. So by leaving that shadow, gives you a little bit of depth, and also looks really cool. So very happy with the way these turn out. People seem to eat them up. This is, I think, my 3rd or 4th batch of these, and they always sell quickly. So very good knife, highly recommended. If you're looking for a karambit at this price point, you just can't go wrong. Really good quality. We'll go ahead and hit these one at a time, and then yes, I have my first of the 707s. Cool little knife. But we'll hit the 708s first. Save the new one for last. So let's go ahead and jump in here. We've got 2 that look very similar, but this one's definitely got more blue. This one's got kind of a purplish color too. It's a blue purple. So we'll start with the blue. The scales are that high voltage blue. It does have a little bit of purple hue, but it's much more blue than purple. And then we hit the green pocket clip and a real nice green backspacer. You can even see that green all the way down inside. These things are just made very nicely. You've got that nice cutout with your 3 holes. Another cutout up here by their proprietary pivot, which is also titanium. I don't typically try to buff these and color these, just because, as you can see, proprietary Star hardware, and I give these guys huge kudos because they give you the tool to take the knife apart with. Thank you. I can take apart my knife, I can clean it, I can put it back together. I don't have a problem. It's fantastic. And it's cool looking hardware. I mean, that star on everything looks really sharp. And the tool that they give you is a little keychain tool, but I've yet to have it mess up any one of these screws on any of these knives that I've worked on. So, very happy with the quality. There you can see there's still they've laser etched their WE symbol on there. Not a whole lot of extra marking on the blade. I love all the different contours. That cutout for a thumb gives you that feel of a bird's head and eye. And yes, they are S35VN. They flip beautifully. I mean, it doesn't take much to flip that little blade open. They pop every time. You've got the thumb hole. You just can't go wrong. Get that finger in there. You are ready to do some damage. I really would like to learn how to use one of these for more than a box cutter. But These are fantastic little knives. We're really happy with these. They always look sharp. They feel really good in the hand. More comfortable than most of the karambits that I've had. So, one thing I will try soon is I'm going to go ahead and give a little cutout through here. That way we get that wave action going as well. So that will be the one thing that I do on one of these in the near future, is give a little kind of wave cut right in the tip of there, so that way I can pull out of my pocket, just like the Emerson or that Brass Blades Elite Enforcer. He's got a couple notches in the top of his, and man, it catches your pants, and boom, you're right out there with that wave action. So I'll probably play with something like that. Here's my first one, the blue and green. Let's go with blue and green again, but in the opposite. Got a real nice green background, again with some shading, and a nice high voltage blue pocket clip and backspacer, which is all one piece for your finger ring. Really turns out sharp looking. I mean, these things are just fantastic. Closed up, even has a cool looking profile. Just the eye of that condor coming out, wanting to get out and get you. Because that knife, oops, sorry, cut that on my finger. That knife is all about coming out and cutting something open. So, seriously cool knives. Centered up nicely. Lockup is right about 20%. Again, just a really nice green. A little bit of shading. The blue accents just make these really nice looking eye-popping knives. Let's go ahead and hit that purpley blue. This one definitely has a lot more purple in it than the last one. The other one was the majority of blue with a little bit of purple. This one I'd almost call more purple with a little bit of blue. And the contrast with that bronze turns out really nice. Unfortunately, I've fingerprinted this sucker up. I've been playing with it. That'll be a lot brighter. If I had some Windex here, I'd clean it off, but I don't have that handy, and I'm not going to run all over the place while I'm trying to do this video. So, nice bronze, purpley blue handle. Again, fits nicely. About 20% on the lockup. Just looks so cool closed even. And flips great. No issues with any of these as far as flipping goes. Centering is really nice on all three of these. These are a little tricky when they go back together. Got to get them back together in just the right order to make it work right. But once you figure out that order, you are good to go. I'm going to jump back to that blue one. I know I forgot to show the centering. Centering's pretty good on that, as well as lockup again. Probably about 30%. So nice lockup. Of course, you do have your steel lock bar insert held in place again with that cool little star. This is the only one in the batch with the black coated blade. They do still have the marking for the S35V in there. Laser etched in there. And you got a nice bronze with some shading and the good accent of the green backspacer and pocket clip. Just really cool looking knives. A little warm in here. That's about what it looks like fingerprinted up. You get the nice bronze when you use some Windex. Fingerprinted up, you get that lighter brown look to it. So, very cool looking knife. Nice contrast. Again, I've yet to have one of these flip poorly. They're doing things right. There's a number of different WEs that I would like to carry, but they do some anodizing. So unless I can really make it different than what they're selling, I try to stay away from them because I can't get away with the markup. These guys run about $20 more than the standard 708 because of all of my work, and that's the only way I can afford to do this knife. But this knife is just such a cool knife that I will continue doing them as long as people are buying them. And like I said, this is, I think, my 4th batch of these, and they sell great every time. Sell out within a couple weeks. Actually, not even, usually 2 weeks at the max. I post the video, get them on Instagram, and they're good to go. So there's the 4 of those that I have for this video. And then we jump into the 707. Carbon fiber, titanium, nicely milled out to fit that carbon fiber scale. Milled out with a line going all the way through. Very aesthetically pleasing. Again, nice hardware there. They even have a build-up around that star in the carbon fiber, so really nicely done. I mean, it's shaped well. The carbon fiber is good and smooth. There's a slight bit of texture in there you can see as you look really close to it. There's a slight bit of texture, but you're not getting any of those little burrs from the carbon fiber or anything like that. You get into lower quality knives and you have that type of stuff happening every once in a while. Went bronze on the pocket clip and back spacer. That pocket clip had 2 little spots on it. I couldn't get them to come off. I didn't want to satin finish it and lose the WE symbol. They really don't mark their stuff much, so I try to leave that WE symbol there, and if I satin finished it, it would have taken it off. So there are 2 little discolored spots right there on the pocket clip. Is what it is. Oops. And you got some of one of my knife sleeves, a little bit of fuzz from that. And again, you have that same build-up around the hardware on the titanium side. Nice little milled out line that matches your milling for the carbon fiber on the other side. And it's even got a cool little cutout in the flipper. Again, your S35VN, not overly marked. You got the WE symbol there, you got the WE symbol on the pocket clip. No marking on the blade other than the steel type. And that thing just flips like a champ. Super smooth. Bearings in these are good quality. Really a sharp looking knife. This knife in your hand feels great. Ergonomically, nicely rounded from side to side. Pocket clip doesn't give you any hot spots. Kinda disappears in your hand. Fits in my hand really nicely. I like that ramp up with the jimping back here. And that's kind of cool how the jimping goes from the side onto the back. That's kind of cool. So I really like the way that looks. This is a stonewash finish with a satin on the flats. My camera's not really picking it up very well. So you got a stonewash finish here, and the flat is satin finished. So again, just a nice little touch. Give it that classy look. Hide any scratches on your cutting edge. Gives you a nice satin finish as well. Very happy with the way this one turned out. Again, buffed out. Still a slight bit of shading left in it. Gives it that extra bit of depth. Really nice looking knife though. Very happy with this one. I'll definitely be ordering more of these in. This one, actually, I don't know how soon I'm going to order anything else in. I'm pushing over 100 knives in stock right now, so I will be anodizing up a bunch of them over the next 2 weeks. There's already quite a few on the website. I just did a batch of 20, which these were part of, as well as I've got a bunch of the new Riots coming, and a number of onesie twosie pieces that you haven't seen me work on before, and that you haven't seen many other people work on either. Sometimes I like to pick a knife that hasn't been worked on by other people, just to give somebody that that one-off feel, and kind of run with it. Well, thank you for tuning in. These will be posted on our website very soon if they're not already by the time I air this video. Please feel free to go on over and check it out, www.jdcutlery.com. And thank you for tuning in, and we will see you soon.